Hello, everyone. So it's time for the ladies takeover, the Talking Ball ladies takeover. It'll be a slightly shorter show because it'll last as long as my voice lasts. I'm maybe going to lose my voice halfway through the show. So when we lose my voice, we lose the show. So y'all be prepared. Um, as usual, for ladies takeover, we have with us the absolutely wonderful, fabulous Queen Ellie. How you doing, Ellie? Ellie, you're on
Oh,
mute.
sorry, professional mistake there, an amateur one. Right, so I'm lying on my daughter's temper mattress, very comfortable, and I hear that you're not so comfortable, Ash. Poor lady. Ah,
Yeah, like I have a cold and every part of me hurts and this chair is so uncomfortable
oh,
and I feel like all of it combined is just is it's yeah, it's not the best. But
you
I'm
know what?
here for y'all. So
We've got the YouTube flu, all of us. We've all
yeah,
had it. Kate's just got
yeah,
well. Kate hasn't even got over it yet. So yeah, it's
yeah,
cursed us.
yeah, beware y'all. It's running through the live streams. Uh, you may want to
Yeah,
sanitize
but
your keyboard.
yeah, just wear your mask while you're watching us.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, let us see who we have in the chat and say hi to
Yeah,
a few people. We have Jose, who's also
Jose.
might I tell you, quietly maybe listening in the background, and he's made sure to remind us that Talking Ball has memberships. So if you want to join La Familia, it's there for you all to join. And
Yeah.
we have Theo, Ellie's husband Theo here. Well done,
Woo!
Ash.
Oh
Good
my
wife. You're
god.
both brilliant. Oh, I love Theo. Apparently,
Oh,
Ellie, there's been some Save Theo running around in the background. What's been happening? What's with all the girls who love Spurs? They seem to be not being nice to their husbands who don't love Spurs.
I know. Yeah. So they're getting bad treatment, and even my husband's. They've picked up on like me hitting out at my husband now because he's a QPR fan, and I think it's just male banter. You know what I mean? They like to give a little dig to us ladies now and then.
Yeah, so everyone pray for Theo. Make sure he comes out alive and safe from his banter with Ellie. And
Hashtag
even if
save
he doesn't,
Theo.
Ellie, we love you. So Theo, you deal with it. You're married to the most fabulous royalty of Spurs, so you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And we have Chris Agambar, the best Agambar
Hey,
around. Good morning,
it's
ladies,
like
and
a
everyone in the
bar,
chat.
the chicken man.
Yeah, and Shanata's here. Hi, Shanata. And
Renata.
Tony Rodriguez is here saying big up,
Woo!
ladies. And Shemtan is here. Good afternoon to Princess Ash and Queen Ellie. Hope you're
Hey,
both doing amazing today. Thanks,
yeah.
Shemtan. I like how because I do ladies takeover with you, I get a little bit of your royalty glimmer. It sort of like seeps down to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're younger than me, so you're going to be taking over the royal status when I
Yeah,
pass away. Not even when
yeah.
I pass away. I think when I like when I go to Spurs matches, I'm going to be promoting you, Ash, but you're going to be Queen. It's going to be Queen Ellie and Queen Ash, not Princess.
Oh,
So from now on, you're Queen Ash as well. We're level. You're not below me. We're level.
oh no, Ellie, I'm definitely not level with
No, you're
you.
level. You're level.
Um,
Hashtag Queen Ash.
yeah, people, I'm
Yes,
royalty now. Ellie said so.
yes.
Darren is saying I'll pray for him having to be a QPR fan.
I know. I know. They've been playing really badly and losing a lot of matches, but lately they won a few, so it's okay.
Yeah. Um, Kem's here. Hey, Kem. Saying
Hello,
morning, Ash and
Ken.
Ellie. You
Woo!
love Spurs.
Yeah.
Pardon me. And then we have Tony Rodriguez. Y'all, I would promise I'll try and mute myself when I have to like clear my throat or anything. But you might hear a few unpleasant noises. That's not on me. I'm still here for you. Tony saying,
Yeah.
smash that like and subscribe. Yeah, people, it's absolutely free. Smash that like and subscribe.
Yes.
And yeah, Jose
Pick
is
up your
telling you the same
membership.
thing. Kuva's here saying, pick up Ash and Ellie, revenge time today. A 7-3 win will do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that scoreline. Cuba,
I
Cuba.
mean, Kuva's messed up his days. I suppose that mysterious illness that he had has messed up his sense of time. But it isn't today. The match is tomorrow.
Yeah, and
But
also Cuba sits in a very uncomfortable sofa and it's doing his back in and he has to sleep on it until he's settled in and got his bedroom all done. So big up Cuba. I hope you're all right and I hope that bed is set up now.
yeah, I mean, Kuva, I've heard of the casting couch, but really, this is pushing it, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, let's kind of get into it. I have
Yay.
Before we get into it, while my throat is still working, I have a small beef with Spurs official that I would like to take up. Um,
Okay.
and Eddie, just for a second, I'm sort of putting the focus on me while we do this. So, Spurs official, you had one shot, one opportunity to find out the name, the pronunciation of this man's name. Is it Langer, Longer, Lange, Lang? You had one shot to do this. You had one interview. Now it's too late. Now it's rude, right? Like, it's like when you know a person for really long and you say hi to them for really long, but you don't know their name. It's too late to ask after the first time. I'm sorry, you had one shot to do this right. You could not have asked him, hey, how do you pronounce your last name? Spurs fans were wondering. No, you had to talk about football. Like, really, what we really needed to know was the name, the pronunciation. Yeah, so anyway, that's my beef.
That was
Everybody's
your
been.
name rant. If you think
So,
that's bad, when people try to pronounce my surname, Gagurados, they get it wrong.
yeah, exactly. Like if you have a hard to pronounce name, or if people don't know how to pronounce your name, the first thing to ask in an interview is, how do you pronounce your name? Or, hey, the interviewer could introduce that person as, this is Johan Lang, or Johan, how do I pronounce your last name? I don't
Yeah,
understand why they couldn't have just done that.
I know. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's like
Anyway,
Heubier. Heubier.
yeah,
How
exactly,
many
it's like
times?
Heubier now.
How many times
Forever.
do I tell? And they still say Berg.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is what will happen, right? With Heuberg, everyone will be like, Heuberg, 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 because nobody corrected them in the first time and said Heubier. Um,
Yeah, pronounce it like it's supposed to be pronounced. You. Oh.
yeah. Ku was saying, the kids have a day off. It made it feel like Saturday.
Oh no.
Yeah. And Daniel is saying, I thought he was going on a rant about transfer business or something, but how he pronounces his name.
I love it when you go on a rant, Ash, because your eyes start glaring and it's like your face becomes different. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you should ask all the people I've dated. They are not. I am not the like nicest person when I'm angry.
Hashtag date Ash.
Yeah, hashtag date Ash. Make that
Yeah.
happen. um, Ellie. So, like, putting the name aside, what did you think of the interview?
It was quite interesting, really, because it's like the club are all on the same page. That's what I got from it, and they're all pulling in the right direction to make our club have not one identity, but have a soul behind what they're trying to achieve, and I like the way he spoke about Ange, and I like the way he spoke about the youth, and bringing that philosophy of football. Because Spurs' tradition is to play with style, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Danny Blanchflower said it. It's not about winning; it's about the glory and not making the other team feel bored with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a great man like Danny Blanchflower done the double, is it's like he's all the soul of Spurs have gone into these men. You know, Johan Lang, Ange had it a little bit. No, not a little bit, a lot before. But he's even got that club identity to play progressive football and
Yeah.
attractive, stylish football. And I got that from the interview and all the strategic things they're putting in place to make that
Yeah.
happen. Not just the economic side, the football side is more prevalent. I got from the interview, which I
Yeah.
really do like because there's too much talk about the finance. Yes, it's important, but so is the football on the pitch. It's more
Yeah.
important that we get our style and philosophy and we start winning in style and bringing back those glory days that we had in the past because we've been
Yeah.
starved of success, haven't we? And it's
Yeah, exactly.
I feel sorry for the youngsters because my age group, we've seen lots of lots of success and prolonged success as well. 4 or 5 trophies each decade, or even 3 or 4. Whatever it was, we were still successful and we did it in style.
Yeah, exactly. And like for me, people like me who've only seen one League Cup through our whole Spurs,
I
like
know.
throughout supporting Spurs, it's just really sad because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, that kind of banter, the you haven't won anything, that's always going to be a sticking point.
Yeah,
But
but Ash, you know what? When people say that to you, you can say to them, "Have you ever had to play like Gaza? Have you ever had to play like Ginola,
yeah,
Modric, Bale, Burbs?" Just spill out all the really brilliant names, right, and get them back that way. See,
yeah,
'cause we
absolutely,
didn't win
absolutely,
trophies, but we did play some beautiful football, right? And we nearly won quite a lot of big trophies. Like the Champions League final. You can throw that
yeah.
back in their face. Have you been to a champ? Mind you, if it's Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal talking to you, you can't throw that back at them.
Pranav saying my friends who play FIFA with me pronounce Hogberg. Hogberg.
Hochberg. My husband calls him Hodgyberg.
Daniel saying, I'll be honest, from that interview I got, there's Spurs fans out there who want the now signings, and the top class signings are going to be left disappointed that uh, that ain't our transfer strategy. Yeah,
No.
we'll come to this. I gotta say hi to a few people. Hellboy is
Yes.
here. Hi, Hellboy,
Oh
and
boy.
Audio Artisans here as well. So
Woo!
so Ellie, what do you think about this? Do you think that we're never going to have any marquee signings? That's what they was trying to say.
You know what? It's Andy's style not to go for the massive superstars. He doesn't believe in that. He believes in nurturing a player and bringing him in, having the right philosophy. When he talks to him, he'll gauge the feeling that he has in terms of coming on board with what his philosophies are and playing progressive football. So you know what? Modric wasn't a superstar. Berbatov wasn't a superstar. Even Gaza was sort of because he was making a name, but he wasn't the finished article. Yeah, so that we've had lots and lots of players who've come from nowhere. Yeah, from nowhere
Yeah,
in terms of
absolutely.
foot.
Like
Yeah,
we
and they've
haven't
been
had like
successful.
I think the last really really big marquee signing we had would be Van der Vaart. Like
Yeah, that was
I
a
don't think
shocker.
apart from that, like I can't remember a really big marquee signing that we've had.
No, but
Um,
even Belly, right? Not many people knew about Belly before. If they
yeah,
hold their
exactly.
hands up, they might have heard of him on the outskirts, but there was not much information. So when he came, I didn't really know a lot about him, but I thought, whoa, what a great player! And then you get the real Belly. You see the real. So marquee signings, if we get one massive signing and six other signings that, have got so much potential and can work with them, on their psyche as well and their mentality for the club, and get them on board, that's more important to me.
Yeah, yeah, same here. And you know, like for me, I feel like people's expect like their understanding of a marquee signing is also skewed. Like Jishnu Singh
Yeah,
here, right? Romero was a marquee signing. I think players like Madders, like Romero, first team players of quality who make your squad squad infinitely better. Those are like Madders might have been the best signing in the summer. Why is he not considered a marquee signing? You know?
yeah, he is a marquee signing because he came from a club that had won the league. I know he wasn't part of that squad. I think he was there, but I don't think he was part, or maybe he signed the year after, right? But he won the FA Cup and he was making a massive name for himself. He'd broken into the England team. So he's a marquee signing in my book because he came with all the skill and all the pomp and ceremony because he is a star player. He stands out, and that's what makes a marquee a player that can influence your play as well, like he has done. He's been remarkable since he's come, even better than what I saw at Leicester. Even because I was watching him at Leicester, and I thought he was a bit of a cocky, arrogant sort of player. He's got confidence, but I like him. I think he's a fantastic player.
Yeah, yeah, me too. David saying that we didn't have even one shot on goal in 94 minutes in the Spurs ladies match.
I know because we were defending for our lives. But
Yeah,
having said that, I read Charlie Grant's take on the match, and she was very proud of the way we defended because our defending in the last few matches is a bit woeful.
yeah,
But we were looking more solid. So football's about defence and attack. Obviously,
yeah,
the attack side with the Spurs ladies is a work in progress because we've got fairly new players in midfield, but we've got a player called Gracie Clinton who's absolutely brilliant. She's been remarkable since she signed, or she's on
yeah.
loan from Man
Loan.
United. Yeah. So Spurs is a work in progress with the ladies' side, and you know, obviously having no shots on target is never a good thing. But
Yeah,
Man City are a very good side. You know, we just that bogey is not working for the ladies either
yeah,
because we
yeah.
conceded
And
10 goals
and
against Man City and not
Ellie,
scored one.
if you notice, we're steadily improving. We lost 7-0 to them. Then we lost
Yeah,
2-0 to them.
yeah,
Then we lost 1-0 to them.
yeah. So
That's an
that's an
improvement, right?
improvement. Yeah, it is an improvement, but obviously getting a shot on goal, you have to do that. You know,
Yeah.
especially the Spurs way, we have to attack as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone, this is a joint stream, so make sure you go to Jose's channel, El Tel Cockerel, and support them as well.
Yeah,
Support Jose there. And yeah, like and subscribe here as well. Like and subscribe there. Just, like share your
spread
love
your
with
love
all of us.
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, spread your love.
yeah.
Tony saying, I've seen us win everything except the league and the CL. I want to experience the winning feeling before I die. Yeah, Tony. Tony, you gotta be immortal. I hope that you never die. But if you're gonna die, die after we win the league. Yeah?
Yeah. You know what? If there's I believe in heaven, right? I'm quite a religious lady, right? So there better be a Spurs up there because I don't want to be watching the Spurs down. I want to see a heavenly Spurs,
Yeah.
who win everything.
Maybe when you go to heaven, you'd have like a dead Spurs 11, and they'd just be
Yeah,
amazing. Uh,
yeah.
and they'd all be in heaven playing
What
football
I'll
with you.
do, I'll make sure, like, I'll have the Queen's throne up there, and I'll make sure
Yeah.
they build another one for you when you join me, Ash.
Yeah.
And it'll be gold glitter. It'll be gold glitter everywhere, surround and rose petals round us, but blue
Yeah.
and white rose petals, not red ones.
Yeah, you hear that, everyone? We're gonna have royal treatment in heaven.
Yes.
Um, we gotta say hi to a few people. Alexander's here saying stay.
Steak.
Um, that Paul G saying good morning, and then Quasar Lee saying good day.
Where's
Uh,
Ali? Do you
and
know when
we
I
have
think where's Ali's name? I think of Aladdin.
yeah,
You
it's a
know the
lovely
song?
name. It has a musical ring to it.
Yeah.
Um, Daniel saying, to be honest, I'm not against what we're doing. I just don't want Spurs fans slagging it off next season. We ain't getting top players when it's clear we're not using that strategy. Yeah, I get that. What do you think, Ellie?
As long as we get players who buy into Angie's philosophy, because he'll make sure he won't pick players that don't fit in with his style of football anyway. And he moulds a team just like Poch did. He moulded that team, Poch, and we were fabulous. And I can see the same traits in Ange. And with Ange, you can see lately, right? He's been a bit frustrated because we're not putting our foot on the ball and dominating the matches, right? So
Ellie?
he's not happy with that. But I know he will pick players that will suit his style. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, I agree that with Daniel that, like there are people out there who are just like, no, we need a marquee signing, we need a marquee signing. I just hope that those people aren't really upset. Even the summer transfer window, we signed three more young players, and who are not prem proven. And but because you never know, they could be like Van de Ven and hit the ground running. So
Yeah,
I think
look
we
at
should keep an open mind.
yeah look at the two signings that we haven't made. Like Madison, he is a marquee signing, but look at the two that we made: Van de Ven and Vicario. Right?
Yeah,
Were they marquee signings? And they've been the best two players, arguably, in our side this season.
yeah,
Yeah? If you take Madders out of that equation, VDV and Vicario have shone like a beaming light in our team. So there you go. That's all I can say to you, Daniel. You know, these players come in and they're hungry because they want to make a name for themselves as well, and they haven't got that big player status and thinking they're the bee's knees, and they come into our club and they don't try. Yeah, like
yeah,
Nodon Belly, he was supposed to be a marquee signing, right? It's if butts and monkey nuts, like Kate said.
yeah,
We have to focus on our manager and what he can get out of these players.
yeah. I really agree with David here. I feel like like that interview showing us that Lange is saying is that we're building a squad. We're not just building to like two or three big signings. We're building a team together. And he said that it's about personality as much as it's about like talent and playing style, etc. So I like that. I like that they're focusing like on all these aspects to build a squad together, to build a team together. Because I feel like
Yeah,
we need that. We need that more than we need. Like when we had Kane and Son. Kane and Son are amazing. They're world class players, right? But like look at the squad we had to support them. Like the people on the bench, like
I
our
know.
first 11 was always amazing. And then the people on the bench would be like Nkudu and stuff. So then,
Yeah,
like, what do you do with that? Or like
I know.
Kyle Walker Peters.
Yeah, they're looking for a certain profile of player, not just his technical skill, the mentality of the player and the
Yeah,
character, right? And they're falling in line with Ange because they're all talking to one another to come up with this plan that takes us forward and keeps us up there as well. Not just one season success, like Ange said. We want to be sustained success, right? Starting from if we can, we're only 7 points off the top now, so it's not unbelievable that we can win the league. Even obviously, we need other teams to slip up for us to get back in there properly get back in there. But if we can get within striking distance and we repeat the last 10 games in the last 10 of this season, the back end, we can do something. I'm not counting the league title out, but it's going to be difficult. But we're not out of the plan. And these men who are putting all these philosophy into our club is Ange Lange. We've got what's his name, the commercial director as well. Even Levy, he wants the best for the club now. He seems to be on the same page. So hopefully they all pull together and we create a squad that can compete. It's going to be hard because Man City are awesome. If they don't get the book thrown at them in this court case, they're going to be around for a long time. Man City, they will because of their success. They attract a lot of the top players, all right, but we have to stay within hitting distance of them to give ourselves a chance.
Yeah. Audio Artisan saying marquee signings, he'd go for Danny Olmo, but he has a feeling Marcus Edwards is going to find his way back to Spurs. What do
Marcus
you think?
Edwards is a talented player. You know what? He went off the rails when he was a young lad. He got hit by the bright lights, and you know what I read about him. I don't know whether it's all true, but he was a bit of a party animal. So I'm not. It's allegedly he was a party animal. I'm not saying he was, but he's a more mature man. He's been playing in Portugal, which is a very technical country in terms of football. They've produced some fabulous players, Portugal. So he's with the right environment to progress his game. And when he
Yeah,
played against us at White Hart Lane and at their ground, he played for two fabulous matches. So it wouldn't be a bad signing. Just put it that way.
yeah, yeah. Everyone, I'm putting the comments on screen. Y'all can read it yourselves. I feel like I wouldn't be able to get through the show if I'm reading all the comments as well because of
Yeah,
my throat.
take your
Um,
time.
um, so everyone's sort of giving their opinion on Edwards. Ellie, who do you get if you could choose any signing in the world that affordable signing that you feel like we could get? Who do you want?
I like that Jimenez.
Yeah,
I like him because I've watched quite a lot of him since we were linked with him, and I've been watching some of the live matches from the start. All right,
yeah,
so because when you watch the highlight reels, even Eric Dyer can look good. Right, so yeah, and I like his movement off the ball. I look for players who can move the ball quickly and are intelligent. They've got football IQ, and I can see that a lot with him. He's a very hard-working player as well, which I love, as you know. And I,
yeah,
I just feel he would fit in with Angie's style because his movement and his passing and just his general play. He's very technically gifted as well. He scores fabulous goals,
yeah.
absolutely stunning goals. So I think he'll be a fabulous addition to our side. I hope we can get him because he's making a name for himself. Just put it that way.
Yeah, I do agree. I kind of want to pivot away from like our transfers to talk about the game because Ellie has to go as well.
Yeah,
Um,
Tottenham Brighton.
yeah, and while we're at it, please everyone remember to like, to subscribe, do all of them things. Mm, so Ellie, we have two players returning, Sunny and Bisuma,
I
right?
know.
So now we
Yeah.
have we have our entire squad almost back. Um, would you start them, Sunny and start? Let's start with Sunny. Would you start Sunny?
Yeah, and I would start Basuma and Sarah Madders and leave Benny on the bench because um, he seems to be not quite fit yet, and I think he'll be good if we can bring him on at 60 minutes or 70 minutes, you know. Um, but Basuma and Sarr in those first 10 games, they were absolutely awesome together, and they were linking up play with Madders so well, and I just think that combination of those three, because Basuma's a driver with the ball. Saar would work his butt off for the team, and he's so good at linking up play with Basuma as well. They've got a really good understanding. And then there's Madders, who's just like the creative spark in the team. So I would like to see those three. I love Benny, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's quite ready for a 90-minute match. And if we do start him, I would like to see Saar, Benny, and Madders and leave Basuma on the bench because I think Saar, he's got that engine to do all the mop up work, whereas Basuma's more similar to Benny. He's more of an 8 than a 6 in my book. And I don't know, maybe I don't think he deserves it over Saar because Saar has stepped up since Basuma got that sending off as well. Or he got two sending offs. He has stepped up for our team, and I think he deserves the call rather than Basuma if they start Benny.
Um, but like on the flip side, do you think there's like a lot of people are saying with Sunny that he's played too much in the Asian Cup, and like he may not be fit. He didn't look fit in his final game against Jordan, and like he'll come back, and if he's starting immediately, it'll be like he hasn't adjusted enough to start, etc. Where like also with Bisuma, he has malaria, but like he looks like he's playing now, so he seems to have recovered. Do you
Yeah.
think that'll like change Ange's like team selection?
Well, put it this way: I've played football, right, and the more games you play, the better it is for your body. I would say, right, because you're keeping up that match fitness. Because training fitness and fitness is two different things. So he's been playing matches. All right, they've been in quick succession, but I think that's a good thing for Sonny. Now he's had, I think he was back. Was he back yesterday or the day before? Wasn't he? So he's had a couple of days rest, and then he's got match day tomorrow. So I think he'll listen. I think it's better to start Son because he's lethal in front of goal, and he's
Yeah.
fantastic. He's our best assister. No one
Hmm.
can touch him on assisting. So, we've got all that attribute. Why would we put that attribute on the bench? The only reason I can think of is his mentality, and Ange picks up on that and he thinks, oh, right, we'll put him on the bench and bring him on at half time, for example. But I personally would start him because he brings so much to our game.
Yeah, I would honestly, I agree with you. So even a 70% Sunny is better than any of the wingers we have.
Yeah,
So I would start him as well. Maybe I wouldn't start Bisuma because malaria takes a little while to recover from. But definitely, I would definitely start Sunny. Um,
yeah,
Alexander saying Nico Williams. I think that's a great shout.
yeah.
And Danny
Very good
Danny
player.
Lee saying, um, yeah, everyone can read that comment. Um, so we silent clause instead. Yeah. So Danny and Alex are just sort of debating the Nico Williams point. Tony Rodriguez has
Yeah.
sent his lineup in: Vicario, Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero, Porro, Bisuma, Madison, Sar, Sun, Richarlison, Kulusevski. Is this your lineup as well, Ellie?
Mm, yeah. I think Bentacore, Basuma, Sa. Yeah, that would be my lineup. Yeah, because I'm thinking Benny is not quite there in terms of his fitness. He's running out of steam, and I'd rather have 45 minutes of Benny or 30 minutes of Benny at his peak. Because in that 30, 45 minutes, he can do a lot of damage because he's such a fantastic technical player, and he pulls the strings for us as well. You know, and we could even give Madders a rest then and bring on Benny because Madders is still recovering as well because you can see he runs out of steam as well at 70 minutes. So either way, I like that team. Yeah,
Yeah, I think this would, in an ideal situation, this would be my team as well. I'm just worried about Bisuma's fitness, so I might put Benton Curd in instead of Bisuma just for this game. I think from the next
yeah,
game onwards we play Bisuma.
Yeah,
But
that's the
like
only
it all
one,
depends on the
isn't it?
doctors.
Yeah, it's either Basuma or Benny that comes
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
yeah. What is this? Reject 11. LTL is saying Foster, Royal, Davies, Hoybier, Skip Hill, all the start squad rotation due to player fatigue and being in red zones, are being overworked.
Do you imagine if that team's those players all got in? There'll be an
Yeah.
uproar at the first ground.
Oh
There'll be a
God, I would stop
protest.
watching Ellie, especially against Brighton. Like if Brighton
Yeah.
beat us 4-2 again, I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
throw the
God.
television at somebody. Like it's gonna happen.
No. Yeah. 'Cause Mia told me a funny thing, right? Because she said she lives by the seaside and she hates seagulls. And you know, Brighton are called the seagulls.
Yeah,
One of them swooped down and stole her son's food. So she hates Brighton for two reasons.
yeah. Ellie, you should hear Jacob talking about seagulls. Oh my God,
I
I've
know.
never
He
seen a
makes
man
me
hate
laugh.
something so like viciously.
I know. Jacob is so funny lately, especially on his watch alongs. Wow.
Yeah. Daniel is saying Benny last two games has been poor though. Yeah, I agree. Benny's been poor, but the problem is that Bissouma has malaria. Like I when
Yeah.
like he's just sick. He can't like if he's sick and he can't play, then we don't have any other option.
I think
He
Andy's going to be the best one to make that call because he'll see both
yeah
players on the training pitch and what their attitude's like as well. Because mentality with Ange,
yeah
whether they do want to start, if they've got that hunger, you know.
yeah yeah exactly. And may the best man start. Um,
Yeah.
and Lee's here. Hey Lee, he's saying big up ladies, and Ben's here
Big
as
up,
well, saying
Lee.
good morning
Big up,
everyone.
Ben. The cough,
Um,
as he's known.
Jishnu's saying except Hill and Skip. Jishnu, are you saying Hill and Skip are not squad players? Do you wait? What
Okay, he
are you
wants
rating Hill
insult.
and Skip, or are you not rating Hill and Skip?
Is he dumping them?
Yeah. uh, Alex saying think Bissouma has been in training. Yeah, he has been in training. In fact, even against in when he was playing the Afcon, he did play games with malaria. It's I've had malaria twice. You can like if it's a mild case, you can play. It's kind of like having the flu. You can play through it. It's just it's not the most ideal situation.
Yeah.
Um, so that takes us. Who do you think, Ellie, in Brighton can hurt us? Is there anybody
Oh
that you're
my
scared
God.
of in Brighton?
Matoma,
Mm.
Christian Gross. Is it Christian Gross? No, Pascal Gross. I got our
Has
manager, Pascal
Mitoma hasn't
Gross.
come back though,
Very
I
good
think, Ellie.
player. Matoma, Ferguson if he starts. Even Welbeck, he's sort of hit some form. Um, um, Solly Marsh on the wing if they play him. He's very good as well. Got a good cross on him. Um, yeah, and Dunk at the back. He's very
Yeah,
fantastic
I
at
really
set
like
piece.
Dunk.
Yeah, they've got so many good players. That guy who scored against us, that worldy goal. I can't think of his name. It begins with E. Him as well. There's so many good players, and they've got Fatu as well, haven't they, from
Yeah,
Barcelona? Yeah, so they can hit us from all angles, Brighton, and the way they move the ball and their football intelligence, they're a very smart team on the ball, So we have to match they're not so aggressive, but we have to match their skill and technical skill. I mean, in there, and we've got to
yeah,
stamp our authority and try and get into the lead as well. You know, because I do rate Brighton, even though they've had some little shocking results here and there. I do rate them as a team. So we have to be on our best performance against them.
yeah. For me, they're one of those teams that just like hit or miss. When they're on it, they're really on it, like they were against us. And when they're not, like they're just the worst. They don't do
Yeah,
anything. Like Luton beat them 4-0. Uh, so
Yeah.
and they are missing Mitoma because he's out for the Asian Cup, and he has an injury. I think he got an
Ah.
injury also. I don't know if
Oh
he's still
yeah, because
injured.
Japan got
Uh,
knocked out, didn't they? So,
yeah, but that
but he got an
but like
injury.
this, they do have like Estupinian, and
That's the
I
one I
think
would
they,
think of, Estepinian, the one with the E.
yeah,
And they've got another boy called Cisco, but I don't know if he's back yet.
yeah. They have like Pedro, they have Estupinian, they have
Yeah,
like Welbeck. Um, then there's like what's his name?
Evan Ferguson,
They have this
Grove.
New Italian player called Bucanotte.
Yeah,
I
that's their
can't
new
pronounce his name.
signing, isn't it? I don't know much about him, but if he's playing, we've got to watch him because he'll be a surprise, But I'm sure Ange has done his due diligence on all of their players.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben's hilarious.
Christian Gross. I know. I can't get his bloody name out of my head because of that bloody ticket,
Yeah,
that rail ticket. No, it's Pascal Gross.
yeah, that's Pascal Gross. Um, Niall's here. Hey, Niall, how's it
I
going?
know.
Alex is also saying Estupinian. Yes,
Yeah, he's a
absolutely.
very good player.
Yeah, Jar Pedro. That's the one I was
Del
talking about.
Pedro.
And so this is what I said the last time when I was talking. I don't know who I was talking to in the last game. I think it was on Cockadoodle Doo or something. I said that Pascal Gross is one of those players through which all of their passing happens. Like he's like their Madison in a sense. He's the
Yeah,
one who gets everyone's service. He's everywhere on the pitch. He's just an amazing player. I rate
yeah.
him so highly. Uh,
I know. He's one to watch because he's a danger man. You know,
yeah,
he's one of those players who doesn't go under the radar. People know
yeah,
about him, right? And
yeah.
he's like their spider in the midfield and he's
Yeah,
everywhere. And he goes
and
in and scores goals as well. He chips in
yeah,
with quite a number of goals each season.
yeah, and he's another one of those players, Ellie, that people can't pronounce. Like I've heard people call him Grob because like it's a
Oh yeah,
weird S.
gross.
So
Pascal.
it's like
Yeah, because
Heubier all over
he's
again.
German as well, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
German,
I think
so
he is.
German players, they're all technically fantastic, but they're very hard-working players as well,
Yeah,
and he is in that mould. So not just his technical skill, he's hard-working as well. He's like
yeah,
Højbjerg on speed.
yeah,
He's a better player than Højbjerg, by the way. I'm not saying that Højbjerg's as good as him, but
yeah,
he's everywhere. That's the thing. So we've got to match his energy.
yeah. Jose, the Brighton game is at home. It's not away.
Yeah, we're at home. We've already got beaten by them 4-2 away
Yeah,
in the most dreadful game. Oh,
yeah. Hi Godfrey, how's it going? Um, and Bill is saying not all German players elite Timo.
yeah, but Timo, right? You say that, but technically, he's very good and he works hard. You can see, like, he's always looking for the ball. He's not a lazy player. He doesn't go hiding. Yeah, but he is technically good because he's already done 3 assists. So, yeah, he's got football IQ. I quite like Timo at the moment, but the jury's out on his scoring prowess.
um, hey me daddy.
Ooh.
I always find that funny to say because then I have to say, oh, never mind. um, Match predictions. Before I lose my voice, Ellie, we should do match predictions.
Yeah.
Who do you think? What do you think the scoreline will be, and who do you think scores?
Okay. It's going to be I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think we're going to win 3-2, right? And I think our goal scorers are going to be Son, Richarlison, and Madders. And their
Son
goal
Richard.
scorers are going to be Christian Gross. I thought I'd get the Christian Gross in again. No, Pascal Gross and I would say Welbeck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So I think it's gonna be really high scoring. So I'm gonna go really. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll go 3-2 as well. I was gonna go 4-3, but I feel like four is a lot.
Go
Um.
7-3 like Coover.
Yeah, why not? Seven
Yeah,
three.
7-3. Who's
Yeah.
going to score
You know
our
what?
seven
I'm just
goals
gonna
then,
go for it. 4-3.
Ash?
Why not? It could
4-3.
happen.
And who's going to score our goals?
I think Sunny will get a goal on his return. I think Richarlison will get a goal. I'm Madison will get one goal, and we'll get one penalty, which Sunny will score. So Sunny, Brace, Richarlison, Madison. That's what
Nice. We
I
need a
think. And
penalty. One penalty all season.
yeah, it's really funny, Ellie, because we spend so much time in the opposition box, but we
Yeah,
don't get any penalties. It's really, really sad.
I know, especially your Dogie, because he's always, what he does the overlap run, doesn't he? Yeah?
Yeah,
So you'd think somebody would hack him down, but nobody has so far.
yeah. Alex is saying 3-1 Spurs, Richie, Brace, and Son.
Yes.
Um, and Daniel is disagreeing with you on Timo Werner, and he's saying 2 5-yard passes for two of your assists does not mean you're technically good.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when he receives the ball, right? I watch him closely. He nurtures the ball a bit more like Gulu. He doesn't very often lose it. And he's good on the ball. That's my perception of him. And his movement off the ball is very good as well. He's got intelligence. The boy. It's just the finishing part is a bit weak in the Premiership, especially. Obviously, in Germany, he's scored 1 in 3, I believe. So his scoring record's not too bad. But I just think technically he's quite good on the ball.
Yeah, yeah. Ronnie Singh, Vicario, Poro, Romero, VDV, Udogi, Sar, Bisuma, Madders, Kulu, Richie, Sun. Oh yeah, this is to start first 11, the starting of the season, first 11. It's all back.
Yeah.
Um, and then Ronnie's also saying 5-3. Wow, Ronnie's being even
Wow.
more adventurous than me. So 5-3. And then
Yeah.
Godfrey's going 5-2. So everyone thinks it's going to be a really high scoring. It would really
Yeah.
suck if in the end it's like a 1-0. That would really suck. Hellboy's going 3-2.
Same with
And
me.
Bill's just saying I miss Berbatov.
So do I.
Uh, yeah, so do I. And don't we all?
Oh,
Lee's here saying Richie hat trick. What do you think the score is going to be, Lee? Yeah, Bill saying my favorite player ever, and
well,
Jose
Berbatov.
is going for a clean sheet for us or for them. Jose, you haven't specified. And Bill saying I can't go. Yeah, everyone's talking about their favorite player.
Berbatov is the
Danny is
only
saying one
player
two.
Berbatov is the only player, Ash, that I can think who's had this silky touch like Hoddle. He's the
Yeah,
only one because we've had many players, but not with the silky touch like Berbatov and Hoddle. Brilliant. I think maybe Ginola as well, because Gaza, even though he was brilliant, he had a good touch, but not like Berbatov, in my
yeah,
opinion. If I'm
yeah,
angering people there, but Gaza was a fabulous player in a different way.
yeah. Like I think first touch wise, Hoddle was probably better, but
Sublime.
like Gaza had other tools in his box.
Yeah, Gaza and Hoddle, different players. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
Um,
different players.
Kuba saying 7-3 will happen one day, and I think this is the manager to do it.
Come
Yeah,
on,
mean,
seven
it
three.
has like if Bayern can beat us 7-2, then why not? The other way
Yeah,
around can happen too. You know what? That would be great. Champions League, Bayern versus Spurs in Hotspur Stadium.
and you know that
7-3 to
match
Spurs.
when we lost 7-2 to Bayern. Sonny
Yeah,
scored first, didn't he?
yeah, And Lee's saying 3-1.
Yeah, good score.
And Jose is reminding us that we have a prediction show at 4 p.m. So he's going to reveal his prediction there. Ooh.
Come on, Jose.
So everyone tune in at 4 p.m. UK. That's 4 p.m. GMT for uh, Jose's prediction. And if you don't want his prediction, tune in anyway, because then you get to hear more about Spurs, and we love Spurs. So,
Yeah.
um, and everyone now talking about their favorite players, Ellie's dream boys, and then Spurs Ninjas here saying big up ladies in chat. Hope for a good result tomorrow. And Alexander is saying 3-0 Spurs. I'm hoping Spurs.
Yeah.
Um, and then Danny saying no way Spurs keep a clean sheet. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't think we keep a clean sheet either.
Yeah, and to Daniel, like everybody sees players differently. You know what one person sees is different from another. You know, and what they're looking for in a player. Obviously, you look at Timo and you don't rate him. I presume you're on
Yeah, we all
mute.
have like our favorites, and we all have players that we don't rate. I think it's subjective, and it just comes down to the manager in the end. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
Spurs Ninja saying four
true.
one to Spurs. Yay, 4-1. I love
Go on,
that.
Spurs Ninja. Woo, ho, ho.
Um, so everyone, that brings us to the end of this show. Ellie, where can we find you next?
Right, so I'm on with Kate at 12:30 on Just the Girl Who Loves Spurs with Kate and Jimbo. Right, not forgetting Jimbo, even though he was thrown down the stairs. Hashtag save Jim. Right,
Hashtag
and
save Jim.
then after that, I think I'm not on the weekend. I think weekend is free unless anybody invites me on, and then on Monday. Well, where am I on Monday? Oh, do you know what? I should look at my schedule more because I don't write anything down anymore sometimes. But I did
Yeah.
write it this week, but I've just forgotten. But either way, I'm going to be on. The main thing is I'm going to be on with Kate at 12:30. So everybody tune in to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs at 12:30 on the dot.
Yeah. Um, So everyone catch Ellie at Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, and I will be doing a white chat lane on Sunday, the day after the game. So
Lovely.
look out for that. So everyone press the bell icon so you get a notification for that. And don't forget uh, uh Jose's show at 4 today. And Lee saying thank you for always commenting on my drip when I'm on streams. I appreciate that. That's because Lee has the best drip. Like across all the Spurs channels, Lee has the best drip. I'd like anybody to
Definitely.
challenge me on that.
Yeah. Oh, Jose's
What
just
do you think,
invited
Ellie?
me
Who
on
has the
for four
best drip?
o'clock.
A drip across all the channels. Don't you think it's Lee? It has to be Lee.
Jose's just asked me if I'm joining him at 4 o'clock. Of course I will, Jose. Jose, 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 Jose. I'll be there. I'll be there. Sorry about the singing, people.
Yeah, well, you sing better than I do right now, Ellie. So, and guess who we have in the house? As we exit, we have the fabulous Scandinavian god Bobby K is in the
Bobby
house.
K. Woo! He had a great show yesterday with Cuba. They were talking football.
Yeah, I saw the first half of it. I did
Yeah.
not I couldn't get through all of it because I was ill, but I did see the first half of it on playback. Um,
Two charming, funny men.
yeah,
Absolutely hilarious, but they talked serious football yesterday, which was a
yeah,
breath of fresh air as well.
yeah. So Ellie, so like Lee was saying, who do you think is the best dressed across all the like? Who has the best like? Uh, who wears it best? Basically, we're doing a YouTube who wears it best version.
What the best dressed person?
Yeah, the best. Who has the best like I was saying that Lee Smithy Smith has like the best like outfits, clothes, like everything is just like perfect.
Tattoo. Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
go
who
for
has the best fashion?
I'm gonna go for Ben Kaufman. right? Because he's such a dapper young man, right?
Yeah.
And he's always well groomed, you know. And when you see him at the Grand, he looks like a proper quintessential Englishman. You know, he's really really dapper, and he's got a lovely personality as well. So yeah, and he's such a warm man as well. I love Ben Kaufman, so I'm giving it to the cough. The cough.
Yeah. You heard that, Benji? Ellie thinks you have the best drip.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, that brings us to the end of the show. My voice survived. Yay, everyone. Um,
Yay. We have to give up because your voice is going.
yeah, I was just like, as long as we can continue this, we will.
Get some
Um,
nice hot lemon and tea. Hot lemon with tea and
yeah, that's
honey.
what I'm drinking right now.
That's
It's the
it.
best.
It
Lemon,
helps.
ginger, and honey.
Yeah. Ginger's very curing, isn't it? It's got
Yeah.
antiseptic in it. Yeah.
As usual, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. Um,
I
yeah,
might
thanks,
be at
thanks
the
for the
game.
compliment.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be at the game, but I can. There's so many tickets available still in the exchange, so I haven't decided yet. I'm going to talk with my daughter as well because we might have plans to go somewhere tomorrow. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I do hope you end up at the game, Ellie. It'll be awesome if you're there. Um,
Yeah, about 50-50 at the moment.
yeah. As always, everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe. We're ending the show with our favorite James Madison song. So
Yay!
that's us. Come on, you Spurs. Looking
Come
forward to the
on,
win
James
tomorrow.
Madison, bring on the
Yeah.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.